We'll start that one again. Looks like the first 5 minutes didn't go out at all. I do apologise. Yeah, that seems to be going now. I do apologise for that. So much for our prompt start. Oh dear. It's not working either, is it? Ah, here we are, finally. Okay. I think that's finally on. Sorry guys about that. What'll we do now? What'll we do? It's well past our 10:06. Not sure what we should do, but I'll wait for you guys to come on. I do apologise again. My name is Nicola McKenna and I do the morning pages live. I do that Monday to Thursday. We do the shorter kind of versions, you know, just to kind of grant permission for the dropouts, grant permission for the times we need to drop out. If you identify as a dropout, I do. And it just becomes a bit of a safe place, really, a bit of a community for us to, you know, to have the chats. I'm just wondering, there's not a soul on, so I'd say you've cried off. I might have to go onto Facebook and see what the story is. Just now, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Please do. Okay, so hi gals, sorry we are now live. Quite a few minutes, we're not being broadcast, my apologies. If you can join me now, please do. Yeah. So, sorry about that, girls. Jeepers. Ah, sorry lads. Yeah, we're on. Oh, thanks, Mandakini. Jeepers. Oh, tech. Who needs it? Jeepers. New systems. I am fine. Once I get to know a system, I'm fine. It's kind of the transitioning from one to another that I really struggle with. Do you know what I mean? And time is precious. And yous are trusting me, you know, and needing something from this. So anyway, look, I apologise, girls. I do apologise. I'm going to get onto your chats and hear from you directly. I do apologise. Let's see who we have. Amanda Keeney. Oh my God, guys, thank you for being so bloody loyal. Holy God in heaven. Sacratesson, hello, how are you? Yeah, no worries. Listen, thanks. It was part browser fault, part user. What can I say? Let's talk for a minute and we might try at 15:15. We still have 45 minutes. I won't keep you past the 11 o'clock time, okay? Thanks, Mandakini, for putting it on Facebook. Yeah, and I hopped on Facebook there as well. There doesn't be many people tuning in, but for the people who do tune in, it'd be really nice to, you know, be able to serve you and look after you in some kind of way. So thank you for coming over. I see there's 4 people on, so that's great. What was I saying there about, oh, I can't remember what it was. Something important. Not really. Okay. Oh yeah, at 10:15 we will start, and I won't keep you. We'll still do our 3 minutes, our 3 minutes and 45 pages. That's next year. No, we do 45 minutes, and that generally leads to 3 pages. Okay, and what that's doing is it's going to feed the shoulds, and it's going to feed the inner critic. It's also going to feed the inner child, because the inner child, most children thrive on safety, on structure, predictability to some extent, a little bit of mischief, and knowing that they're safe, knowing that they won't get into trouble if they don't quite manage to, do the thing. And so our Mondays to Thursdays are about that. It's about permitting and saying, you won't get into trouble. I still love you. You're still okay. Things are still going to be fine, So we're trying to bring that compassion, trying to bring that grace. And then on Friday, we go hardcore. Yeah, we go absolutely hardcore. We go 45 minutes. Get your best writing pen out. The one that's really free flowing, because nothing is off limits on these pages, especially on a Friday. Nothing is off limits, and you really should know that there's nothing off limits here on a Friday. Anything can go on this. Your deepest, darkest, and we all have them, okay? And I don't believe that you don't, okay? I have them, you have them. The deepest, darkests are safe here, even if they need to be ripped out afterwards and burned and cried over. Even if they need to be scribbled on top of. Even if they need to be watercoloured on top of. Hell, you can put oils on them. It doesn't really matter. Because these pages are your pages. They are safe. They will take your secrets and your deepest, darkest. They will take it to the recycling plant. You can rip them up, you can burn them, you can light a fire with them. It doesn't really matter. This is your thing, okay? So please bring what needs to come out today. We are starting at 15:15, unless there's chats. We have four people. I think we've 4 people on. I think most people are on. Let's see. Yep, there's loads more. There was Eva. And there was Lila. So yeah, I might just give you a few more minutes, or 1 more minute. I just want to go onto Facebook and see. Helga too. Yeah, there's no sign of Helga. There's no sign of Eva or Lila. Oh la. Sorry lads. Hopefully you'll see this. I'll copy that again. And I'll go Helga. I'll go Eva. And I'll go Lila. Oh, you're not there, Lila. Jeepers. Laurie. Because you're off and Lila. Oh, there you are, darling. Hey. Okay, I'll go back on. Talk among yourselves there, lads. I think it's all the jumping from browser to browser. That doesn't seem to help, does it? Anyway, listen, grab your coffee, grab your paper and your pen, a free-flowing pen if you can. And we'll see how that goes, yeah? We still have just 4 people, so I'm just going to give them a minute or 2. Hopefully you're finding these sessions good. Lots of things come out, but how you do your pages doesn't really matter. It can be a scroll, it can be a doodle, it can be hieroglyphics, it can be really tiny, it can be really massive, okay? Try not to get too hung up on the 3 pages thing, okay? Because that can be a bit of a noose around our necks. That's why we do it gently Monday to Thursday. And that means that today you can turn up with no guilt, with no shame, maybe with a little quiet prayer or a petition. Maybe you've got a dialogue to thrash out of you. I don't know. But either way, it's really, really helpful, you know. So I'm going to get my timer on. And I want you to get comfortable. We'll do 45 minutes, okay? And I will give you a little nudge, kind of 1/3, 2/3 of the way through, okay? You ready? We're going to start our pages now. Get cozy, get comfy, and go. Yes, it's raining in Dublin. Sorry about the noise. Girls, we are 15 minutes in and 30 minutes left. Hope it's going well for you. Hi all. 30 minutes. 30 minutes are done. We have 15 minutes left. Oh. Hello. Hello. 45 minutes is done. Well done. Normally what we do is we spend 6 minutes going back over, reviewing. You can use the same colour pencil, or you can a pen, or change. It's up to you. This is to highlight insights. This is to highlight things I don't want to forget, things that are important to me, that kind of thing. Normally we take 6 minutes. It's 3 minutes past the hour at the moment. I'm okay to stay on and do all of this with you. I hope you can as well, because this is a lovely part of the exercise as well. My apologies again for the delay in getting us started. Normally we're on time and I'm rapping knuckles and taking names, but so we're going to do our 6 minutes now, okay? And if you want to stay on and have a little chat afterwards, we can. 6 minutes for your review, and we start now. Great. Thanks, Montakini. Great to have you here. Thank you so much for everything. Now, Thank you. Thank you very much. Well done. Six minutes of our review is over. If you would kindly put down your pens. I'm happy to stay on for a little while, but for now, we're just going to take a few minutes to decompress and take a deep breath and try and let your shoulders ease out whatever tension might be there. There's plenty of tension in mine this morning. Plenty of tension in mine. Taking a deep breath. Just sit with this feeling, whatever feeling you have after your pages. Sit with this feeling and just let it be. Allow it. Tune in. Whatever's coming to you, or try and bring compassion and grace to it. Try and bring gratitude to it. Whatever's coming to you. Let that gratitude wash over you. You might do in a little deep breath if you like. So we go in for 4, we hold for 4 and out for 4, okay? We're going to do 3 of those this morning. So I go in and fill your lungs. 2, 3, 4, and hold it please. And out through the mouth. That's it, in we go again. Hold it. And out through the mouth. The third exhalation we are making audible just because we are hardcore here, guys. In we go. Fill your lungs, let your shoulders back. Hold it. And out. Yeah. Atta girl, huh? Atta girl me. Guys, I'm going to stick on just for 5-10 minutes. Lots of things came out today. These are private, but I think I'd love to talk to you about like the aspects of the actual practice that came out, and I'm happy to hear your experiences or anything you want to share with us on the chat. I suppose the first thing that kind of shook me today was the little technical glitch. And to be honest, it wasn't just a technical glitch, it was me trying to fit too many things into the day. And I had to bring a lot of compassion to that. And that doesn't come naturally to me, so I'm quite unsettled. But that does go after time, you know, and it's great just to have these dialogues in my pages, you know. One thing I noticed is when I hit the truth in my pages, the tendency is to just declare it once. For me, that's the tendency, is just to say it once. Oh, that's it now, I've acknowledged it, now I can move on. More and more I'm finding value in sitting with it and taking whatever that nugget was, whatever that declaration of truth was, and repeating it. Now that could be 6 words, it could be 3 words, it could be 1 word. But that idea of taking the phrase and rewriting it, sometimes several times, means it has a couple of benefits really. The first thing is that I relax into the unease. I start to marinate in the truth of it. I start to kind of look at it and figure out whether it's true for me or not. I get to kind of take the legs out from under it, because it is quite intimidating, whatever truth that I've discovered. It is quite intimidating, and I'd love to just forget it. I'd love to just shove it under the carpet. Thanks very much. So my repeating, writing the exact same thing, in this case it was 1, 2, 3, it was 3 lines, and it was just three words of a phrase, and it was one of the deepest truths about me, and I often, I rarely acknowledge it, and it keeps me back in lots of ways, and it makes me unhappy in lots of ways. So being able to sit with something for a couple of lines can be really helpful. It can really help us kind of get deeper, you know. And Mandakini, I know you talked about these longer formats, allowing for depth, and repeating phrases is one way that we can kind of stay at that deeper level, as uncomfortable as it is. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yes, the Sacratess and you, thanks for the support on the breathing. Yeah, is good old crack. And yes, the notion to repeating, it's just really, really good, you know. Some private things came out, and almost like a reminder to say, don't broadcast this. You're wanting to keep this private. Remember, you are wanting to keep this private because I'm worried about it, because I'm afraid about it, you know. So the pages become a great place of safety and a great place of privacy. So I'm hoping that you found that today. Yeah, Mandakini, it really does. Yeah, it's absolutely true. I had someone reach out to me this morning, and the first thing I thought of was enemy. That was the first thing I thought of, and I thought, hang on. That could be true, and it could not be true. So I explored a little bit about that as well. And I also tackled a belief that goes very much against the grain, very much against the outside world, as I call it. You know, the outside world would say, oh, don't be afraid, or don't be this, or don't be that. And I often, with this particular truth, it's like actually fear serves me massively. And the message I get from the outside world is often, oh, don't be afraid. And I'm like, hang on here. Fear is my companion. It's my helper. It's inspiration. It's sometimes a bit of an angel. Sometimes it paralyzes me. Not gonna lie. Sometimes it paralyzes me and it slows me. But I believe that there is a right pace, you know, and I'm on it, you know. So I explored that as well. I played with words a lot. I love playing with words. And just today, I suppose a lot of repetition came out, you know, a lot of repeating sentences, repeating phrases, you know. So if there's any tips or techniques that you're finding particularly work for you, let me know in the comments. I swear by repetition. And I swear by scrawling, especially when we're deeply upset and we can't explain, you know. A scrawl is akin to, in my case, making artwork, taking something and pulling it down the paper. Expresses something, gets something out of me, releases something out of me that words just can't do. I tried for 15 years to get words to do that job. I was writing fiction, I was writing non-fiction, and I struggled to get the stuff out of me through words. So I turned to art kind of around COVID time, 2020, 2021. And it provided a release that nothing else could, you know. And I suppose on the artist's way, we find a creative practice that suits us, and it could be moving your body. It could be expressive dance. It could be ballet. It could be hip hop. It might be using your hands on clay. It might be a potter's wheel. It might be air dry clay. It can be highbrow or it can be lowbrow. And it's really important that you tune in to what's important to you and what works for you. And that you have permission from somewhere or something, and sometimes we have to look outside to, let's say, someone who's on the Artist Way Facebook groups. The level of variation and the level of permission that's there is tremendous. There's generally a good welcome there. There's generally a sense of community, a sense of anything goes and you are allowed to do whatever you'd like to do, So I would encourage you to explore what your creative practice is. And as I say, 15 years of writing, it just led to more and more and more frustration, and nothing about, well, I suppose a few things about my past would have pointed at visual art, paper, pens, calligraphy, lettering, that kind of thing. And I suppose that's kind of where I started. And on the Artist's Way, we're allowed to go back. What was I good at? What did I like to do? At 9 years old, my brother bought me a calligraphy set, and that's true. He bought me a calligraphy set and I fell hard. I loved it. I love pen, ink, paper anyway. But something brought that kit to me. He didn't particularly know me very well. He was an adult, I think, at the time. Jerry's very, very much older than me. And he kindly bought that for me, and I treasured it and I used it. So years later, I was 37. Yeah, I was 37 having my second child. And around that time, the well-known author Brenda Novak, who is an acquaintance of mine through writing, she was looking for giftware. She was looking for anything that she could raffle, basically. She was a great lass. She still is a great lass for fundraising for diabetes. One of her family members has diabetes. And I remember her putting out news about this diabetic fundraising thing that she was having in California. And here I am in Dublin, 6 months pregnant, and had plenty of other things to be doing. And I decided I would drop her an email. Love your work, Brenda. Love your chat about this and that. Is there any way I can help? No, I said, I wish there was something I could do to help you raise some funds for diabetes. And she says, oh, there is, Nicola, anything that you could put up and we could raffle or whatever. And I said, let me have a think there, Brenda. Me and Brenda are like that. And I went away and I thought, what do I like to do? I don't like to do the dishes. I don't like to do the laundry. I like to play with ink and paper. And there I was, toddler in tow and my belly out to here. And I went into the art and hobby shop in Dublin and bought a small calligraphy set and some beautiful ink. And I started inking up these Irish phrases, Irish shanachal. What's the word in English? Shanachal. Like sayings. Praise the young and they will flourish, that kind of thing, And I did it in like Celtic script and stuff like that. And I took a photograph and I said, well, what do you think of this? And she goes, oh yeah, and she was mad for it, So sorry, completely going off on a tangent here, but anyway, so I says, listen, and I didn't just stop at one. She said, that'd be great. Yeah, thanks. And I found I couldn't stop at one. I kept making. I kept doing another one. And here's another saying. And this would be beautiful with 2 little rings entwined. And I started getting into this calligraphy really, really deeply, you know. And I had tons of other things to do, believe me. But my heart was wanting this. My heart was wanting more. My heart was wanting engagement, play, maybe a bit of ego as well. But I definitely was wanting to express what was inside. And we have to let that out, however it is. So anyway, I remember setting off 13 pieces of artwork to her in California, and she was thrilled, and they all sold, and they raised, I don't know how many, hundreds, not thousands, but definitely hundreds for her diabetes fundraising. I did the same the following year, or maybe it was 24 all in. I don't know. I think it was 13 and 13 or something like that in 2 consecutive years. But it was great fun, and it lit a fire inside me. It lit a fire inside me, thankfully. I kept writing, kept raising my kids and stuff, and the writing was just getting more and more frustrating, unfortunately. And the stuff I was writing about was quite dark. And then COVID came, and I got a lovely place on a course that would help me take that story and develop it and get it published and whatever else. And I would say I fell at the last hurdle. Maybe I actually would have fallen at maybe the 10th last hurdle, because now, having seen friends on the same course, having seen them go all the way to publication, not once but twice, I understand that it's quite a body of work. And there's a part of me is quite happy that I didn't keep pushing, because I thought that the point I was stopping at was kind of the last hurdle or the second to last hurdle. And I see that that's not the case. Education is a terrible thing. What can I say? So anyway, not really sure where I'm going with this, but anyway. Yeah, I suppose just at the crux of it is that we're all different, and you owe it to yourself to find the thing and to go off and play and to listen to what's coming out of you in these morning pages and pay attention to them, because there's truth there, there's wisdom there, and there's often real worth there, you know what I mean? So let's see what you have to say. Mandakini says, fear is trying to keep us safe. Yeah. It's worth allowing it to speak sometimes, I feel. Also thanking it for protecting me. Yeah. It really is. I think it's just built in, isn't it? If we don't have it, I don't know where we'd be, to be honest, Mandakini. It really is keeping us safe. And allowing it to speak sometimes, and giving it that space and permission, and say, I'm listening, have your say, do your thing. And most of an awful lot of my pages is fear getting its self expressed, you know. I'm going to wrap up at hour, okay? So get in your questions, queries, comments, get them in, and on Monday we'll be back doing our shorter pages. I should mention as well, guys, that we are our clocks change here in the UK and Ireland, and I think probably a lot of mainland Europe as well, Mandakini. So this Sunday the clocks fall back, and then in the United States and possibly the rest of North America, it's a week later, okay? So the clocks don't move in the States until I think it's November 2nd. And here in the EU and the UK, we change on Sunday, this Sunday. So we'll have moved back a little bit, you know, just 1 hour. I'll still be following like a 10 a.m. Dublin, if you know what I mean. So it'll be more or less 10 a.m. Dublin. And we're doing that Monday to Thursday. We're doing it here on YouTube. I will be here a little bit earlier to test things and making sure that the tech is working and making sure that the user is tuned in. Not always tuned in, but most of the time we're trying. So great to have you here, guys. Thanks so much again for all of your participation in your company. It means the world to me, and it makes a difference to my practice and this little community that I'm trying to build. This community where people are welcome when they have fallen. People are welcome after a day's break. People are welcome if they're absolute beginners. People are welcome when they have very high expectations and they just can't get the compassion for themselves. Please lean on me. Please lean on us. We have a lovely community of people here coming day after day, and we're just doing our pages together. It's no pressure. Cry off if you need to. Please don't let this become another pressure in your life. It can't be. It shouldn't be, you know. There's me shoulds now. Mandakini says, do take a look at this. It's inspiring. I'm not sure what that is, Mandakini. Is it? Is there more to that? Look at this. Is there a link or something there, Mandakini? Sorry, I haven't seen it. Secretessan says, yes, I need painting too. Yeah, I hear you. It's a great thing to do. It just does something that other media can't. You know what I mean, Secretessan? So do it today, tomorrow. You know, let it out. Get some Crayola, some ink, and have a play. You know, and feel free to share it here or on the Facebook group. Which is not my group, by the way, but I talk to a lot of people about the Artist's Way there, you know. So, guys, have a great weekend. Yeah, the clocks are going back in Vienna. So, I mean, your clock will probably still say whatever. Secretessan, I'm not sure where in the world you are, if you're in the EU or UK or North America. But just to let you know that there'll be one week of things not being in sync for people who are in the US, okay? The US's clocks change in the same way, but 7 days later, if that makes sense, okay? I know. Why could we not just all sit down and have a think about it and have a talk about it and decide one date, or just not move it at all, you know? But apparently the EU Parliament has thrashed it out many's the time and still come up with a no. And it's probably for safety, and I get that, but 'tis a pain in the face sometimes, you know, when you're talking to people. Anyway, listen, have a great time, guys. Have a great weekend, and thank you so much for tuning in and having this lovely time for you, and bring all of the insights into the rest of your life if you can. And I send you my very best regards and kind wishes for the weekend. All right, take care. Bye.